Hello! Welcome to the studio space. Now, some of you expressed interest in seeing Sketchbook 38, and I thought, well, why not? I have sort of space, and I have sketches, so here we go. Alright, here it is, Sketchbook 38. Yes, I have 38 of these. I started this back in August, around the ending of it, and I completed it on the 10th. So, first couple pages are dedicated towards my character Mia. I was doing some character development for them for my intro to comics class. So I have some of Mia's favorite drinks, sandwich, candy, food, and then I have Bean in the corner. Bean's really good for filling up space. Speaking of Bean, I do all of Bean's thumbnails in my sketchbook, so I have little things like concept art, and then the thumbnails for the actual webcomic. We were watching Howl's Moving Castle, and I really like this scene, so I did a little doodle of it. Sometimes if I'm looking for things to draw, I will look on Pinterest and just fill up the space that way. Some character drawings of Madeline. That is this character right here. She is the other half of the dynamic duo for the webcomic idea I'm developing in my comics class. More Bean. Here's some outfit generation for Madeline. This is the one I ended up going with. Some facial expressions. Both of them are really good with facial expressions. I have some drawings of them later that just go through all of them. Oh, here's the thumbnails for the comic. Actually, I have it right over here. It's that one right there. I can show a better picture on the screen. Basically, we had to do a comic where no dialogue, just straight facial, and we had to do it in one page, so tell an entire story with one page. I quite liked how it came out. Some more character development, and I drew some of Madeline's favorite foods, so she likes honey milk tea, and then turkey, lettuce, tomato, avocado sandwich with mayo, peach juice, stuff like that. And then here's more development for the one-page comic thing. We had to do 2 of them. Some trees, Bean, more Bean, because you can never have enough Bean. These are some drawings I did of people while they weren't aware of me drawing. This was at a museum. It doesn't really look like it, but this guy right here, he's not a frog. I thought he was a frog. No, he's a badger. More character stuff of Mia. Fun thing about Mia is they really, really like Madeline, but they aren't gonna say anything. They aren't good enough, so they don't say anything, but they put Madeline on a pedestal, and they really like them. Ooh, these are the thumbnails, or at least the beginning thumbnails, for my book cover project that we did in my Illustration 3 class. These aren't any of the final ideas I came up with, no. You can't really see it all that well because there was some bleed from this guy onto this page. But here's one of my ideas. And this one right here is actually the idea I went with. It was more along the lines of this, but a mixture between the two. Here's a finished image. More Mia stuff. They're being super dramatic. They're like, oh no, sigh. Why is she so good? So pretty. Like the moon. Reachable only to a few. And I will never be an astronaut. And then they do this whole entire fantasy sequence of them just dancing with Madeline on this bridge. She's they're so hopeless. They're just so hopeless. Oh, here was the little thumbs for the little animated GIF I have up on my channel with the red pandas. I thought it turned out really cute. Some fruits. I was playing around with. I have like these highlighter markers that I just use to help enhance some of the colors that I made with colored pencils. Good amount of fun. I really like how the blueberries came out. I'm not quite sure on the peaches. I think they have nice vibrancy, but I feel like I could have done it a little bit more effectively. Here's some sketches for Draw This in Your Own Style challenge I participated in. Here's the final thumbnail that I went with. I actually end up, a lot of my work, I sketch it down in my sketchbook, and then later I will take a picture of it and take it in digitally. So I don't really sketch all that much on my computer, but I will like finish a lot of things up. Here's some sketches of me. I really liked my outfit of the day. I'm actually wearing almost the same outfit today. The only difference was I was wearing a striped dress instead of the flower one I have on. Here's the facial expressions I promised. It's so much fun. I'm in favorites is either this one, because, just cute face, or like existential dread. And then Madeline. I think I went for a more cute look with her, but I think this one's my favorite. Or this one. It's between those two. I had a lot of fun with hers. I was watching a stream and he was just drowning the bees. It's so rude. Here's some of the thumbnails I did for a oil painting I was planning in one of my classes. More bean planning. This one was for like him meeting the frog. So many people were rude he was gonna eat the frog. No. He wouldn't eat the frog. No, I wouldn't make him do that. Some sketching of some magpies. Part of this sketchbook was partly assignment for my illustration 3 class. Not that I would have filled out the sketchbook anyway, but it was an assignment that I had to do, and some of the assignment was doing representational stuff, and I was doing a lot of drawing of like wings, so I wanted to draw some birds. Magpies are really pretty. I didn't realize how pretty they were until I like looked at pictures of them. I don't know who these people are, but I just really like the middle one. He's good. He's a little gremlin boy. This guy's tired of it. Here's some of like Mia and Madeline, just tiny children. I did another comic with Mia, and I was like, oh, what if I did them younger and playing in the tide pools? So I had to design them younger. Here are the thumbnails for that. Some illustrations I did based on, I can't show you the book, but I have a little book of Robert Frost poems, and I've been going through it, and I found a couple that I was like, that I felt like the illustrations matched it. Though this one's funny. He was just talking about like how November makes him really sad, and every time this year comes, he's like, oh, my November guest, and I'm like, sir, did you mean seasonal depression? Seasonal depression. This man had seasonal depression and he didn't even know it. Some sketches. I'm random people. I didn't even have like. I just wanted an idea where they were falling through broken stuff. The proportions on this aren't completely correct, but I'm really happy with how it just looks. I think it turned out really well. I was scrolling through TikTok, and there was like a bunch of these witches, and I thought the idea was really fun. So I wanted like a witch with a giant hat, like the biggest hat you could ever imagine. Here's some of Kira's characters. She was just like, I wanted to draw them out because sometimes I'll draw her characters to help her get like more exaggerated shape languages He's just a lanky boy. Him, but if he had style. Oh, this one I could actually show you in person. So this, I'm designing a rabbit. I say designed as if I haven't. I have designed a rabbit, and he looks pretty close to the drawing, I would say. My goal with him was to use different patterns and materials to make a more compelling rabbit. I think he turned out pretty successfully. Notes for a color assignment. There's Bean. I use him to fill space. He's very easy to fill space with. Some more Pinterest sketches. I sometimes when I'm just looking to draw people, I'll just search through Pinterest for some interesting photos. Yes. Here is the Rainbow and Technoblade section where I just draw a bunch of them. So many of them. I was using... Bean. Interrupted by Bean. That one was fun to do. I did like this whole entire just little sketch video series on TikTok. I need to continue that. I'll do that now that I've finished the sketchbook, so I can do my other one. This one I went really rendered with. I'm so happy with how the color pencil version of it took. It's not completely white, but it looks white, and I don't know, I think it's just really cool looking. Here are some of the thumbnails for my color project. Basically what we had to do was we were given this book. I got free book. College sometimes gives you free things, but it only feels free. It's not actually free. You're paying to be here. Called The Secret Lives of Color. So basically in here they have a whole bunch of stories about how color comes to be. I had one of mine, if I can find it. I'll find it. I'm determined. There it is. Matter. It wasn't very interesting. No, the more interesting one was opulent. Orpiment. Yeah, orpiment. Basically, it's gold-like in color, but it's has arsenic in it, so it's super toxic. And people use it to paint, even though it's not a very good paint color. In itself, it had good color. It just couldn't mix well with other things. And yeah, it killed people. It's a lot of colors in history, actually, pretty deadly. More Rainbow and Technoblade. I had fun sketching it out. Believe it or not, this is my first full 2-page spread of one image. It goes like that. So we'll just lean your head to the side a little bit, and it's floating islands basically. Some more thumbnails of this time it was a 3-page comic sequence. Still not allowed to use any actual dialogue. These word bubbles were literally just squiggles to signify that the TV was on, but I was allowed to use sound effects, written sound effects for some of them. Basically, Mia comes home, father isn't home, and they make themselves some dinner, and then they go to bed, and then their dad comes home, and he checks the fridge, and he sees that Mia has left him some food. Yeah, cute, sad, but wholesome. Here are the final thumbnails. So I went with this one, and this one for the colors. Actually, the finals are here. I was pretty happy with how most of them turned out. Some of them, color-wise, were kind of eh. We were supposed to use one singular color for our pieces, but it was, I don't know. Sometimes coloring digitally is kind of weird. Things don't always look correct, even though it was literally the hex color. Indigo has a way of looking really purple when you lighten it up. Here's some little crow designs. I'm actually going to try and make these into a plushie, but I need to design those first. I'm going to focus on that guy for a minute. So all of them, and then over Thanksgiving I'm going to design those guys and hopefully get at least 3 sewn up. Yes. I don't know exactly what was going on in my head when I was drawing this. All I know is, like, this one, they, like, just, like, doppelganger me, and an actual drawing of me. I don't know. I don't know. Here's some fun winged drawings. I don't know. I thought it was fun. And, funny thing, so I've been doing, like, a whole bunch of these, like, drawings with, like, this red color erase pencil, and it was hurting my hand a little bit. And I didn't like that, so I literally ran over to the blick right underneath, it's like around my apartments, and I grabbed a mechanical pencil that had colored lead. That is so much better. I don't have to press, in fact, if I press down too hard, the lead breaks, so I can't. Oh, here's some sketches of some raccoons that I really enjoyed. I made stickers out of them, actually. This is what they ended up looking like. I don't know. One of my favorites is, like, this guy. This guy was pretty good. And, I don't know. He has an energy to him. I don't know if it's good or not, but it's an energy. More Bean. We're finally finishing up the Frog Saga and getting on to the Dancing Saga. The dancing arc. We're getting close to actually a climax sequence. I don't think people are gonna like me after it. Some more Rainbow and Technoblade drawings. This one doesn't have much. I just didn't. It was just dragon body. I was helping someone out. Oh, this is a thumbnail for a one-day project. This is what it ended up looking like. So I did this in about 2.5 hours. The actual drawing itself was like 2 hours. So, basically, the one-day project was turning. We were supposed to be illustrating tea tins, and, like, I'm really happy with that. I got rooibos, so it's like a red tea that's woodsy, and I don't know. It was giving me strong fall themes, so I chose a fall-themed illustration. Little doodle of me, Bean. Guess what? There's more of them. Don't worry, this is the last page. I lied. That's the last page. Here's some ducks. I'm working on this painting, and I needed to sketch some ducks first so that I would, like, know what they looked like. More sketches. Here are all the notes for, like, my lyric video project. That was the fungus one that I just posted. Just random sketch. I wasn't sure. I think I was trying to sketch a scene with only, like, shadows, but my marker's too dark and it wasn't really working. Here's the latest update. Their face. Oh, more Mia. This one's a sketch of a oil painting I did. Here's the painting here. And more Mia drawings. This one, they're in the rain, and then I drew the kid self in the rain, so I thought it was, like, an interesting change in growing up, how they viewed the rain. Some book cover ideas. I don't have it currently finished, so I can't show you, but, basically our final project in interior in Intro to Comics is making a 5+ page comic, and I'm allowed to use speech and stuff like that, so I'm going to be doing, like, the scene just before the big finale, and I needed a book cover for that. Some sketches of Madeline. I don't like this one, but I really like this one. More stuff. I was trying out different styles of drawing here. They're interesting. Some Pinterest drawings, because I was, like, trying to fill the pages, and I was like, What if I did like little character designs based on Pinterest drawings or Pinterest photos? This is kinda, yeah, I think this is still it. And then I drew her hair up. And then I did some interior drawings because I realized with like the newest video I'm making, I like need to do a lot of interior drawings. And I don't draw those a lot, so I did a couple as practice. Oh, these are like some story beats for a animation I'm making for my 2D motion fundamentals class. That's also the class that I made the red panda gif for. More Bean, that's the newest update that I haven't posted yet, so we'll just go right on. More interior drawings. Some more interior drawings. Oh, this was a comic I made for another one-day project. I think it turned out pretty good. This was the finished thing. And here's the end of the book, and wouldn't you know, it's Bean. So, yeah, that's the book. I finished it in about, like, about 3 months, give or take. Hope you enjoyed looking at it. Bye. That's a bad ending. But I'll have something out eventually. I am working on an animatic, so be on the lookout for that. Hopefully I'll finish it within a month. Hopefully. Alright. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.